concept of a change curve against, you've got supporters, you've got resistors, and you've got kind of the middle, right? And you know you want to create a movement. You know you want to grab those supporters, those advocates, help them pull the masses forward. And if you can flip a couple of those resistors, wow, how powerful would that be? So imagine if you color-coded your Post-its here, and you said, right, these are actual people on your scatter plot, and you said, gosh, well, this is Joe, right? He's kind of down here. He's a little bit not happy, right, with what's happening. But I think I can flip Joe, and I think I can move him over here to create a movement. Right? All of a sudden, you're strategically planning what you're going to do and not letting it accidentally happen. Okay? So we're going to take these concepts and we're going to put them all together. Let's skip to this next slide. This is sort of if I were to put it into a nutshell, and I were to say, what's the easiest way for you guys to build a plan, to build a thoughtful plan? We're going to take these concepts and we're going to munch them together. And I'm going to have you build out what I call a leader action plan. What's your strategy? Where are you going to start? What are your first set of activities? All right, hopefully I counted correctly. If you guys run out your table, let me know. Okay, so this is sort of putting it all together. All right. So the first thing I want you to think about, so keep your project in mind. This is an individual activity. Keep your project in mind. And on the left-hand side, I want you to think about what are those key stakeholders. They can be people, individuals, or they could be groups. Okay? I want you to think about who are those influencers, right? Who are those people, right? Are they supporters or are they resistors? Okay, so who are those trusted influencers, and on which side of the bell curve do they fall? Where are they today on the change curve, right? Where do you think they are? Where do you suspect? And there's some logical assumptions you can make. Right? If they don't have a lot of information, they're likely somewhere on the left-hand side. If they're starting to react, you know they're somewhere getting into the valley of despair. Right? If they're advocates and they're totally bought in, you know where they are. So where are they today? And where do you need them to be for this project to be successful? Where do you need them to be? Okay? Do you need them to be the whole way over to the right-hand side of like adopting, right? And sort of in realizing, or is it okay for them just to kind of know how to do it, right? There might be some stakeholders as you really kind of go through it that just really need to be informed, right? They're really low impact stakeholders. They just need to be aware of what's happening, right? So a lot of it depends on how highly impacted they are. If they're highly impacted, they likely have to go the whole way through that curve, right? If they're kind of a low impact stakeholder, they may just need some awareness, okay? So what do they need to be? And then what are you going to do about it? Right? So what are your steps? What activities? Because again, this won't happen if you don't do something. What are your activities? What do you hope is going to be the expected outcome? What are you looking to achieve? And what do you need? What information do you need for that activity? Is there information, content? Do you need to go to the project manager? Do you need to go to the executive sponsor? What do you need information-wise? And this is just kind of a little timeline, like approximately when, right? If you were to kind of say, I'm going to go to this group first, this group next, this stakeholder third, okay? So I want you to take a little bit of time. We're probably going to maybe 10 to 15 minutes and just start to work with this worksheet, with a project you have in mind. And again, a stakeholder can be a person or a group of people. And before I give it over to you guys, are there any questions on what this is? We're taking a couple concepts and putting them